in this much connections are made, and all of these activities are done in just 1 second. Okay, so you can see the numbers. Okay, these are in millions. So how much dependent we are on internet. Just in 1 second we are making several, you say several links and several data, huge amount of data is generated out of it, and that too with the various applications which are there on internet. So when we are equipped with internet so much that we are dependent on internet, we must know its weaknesses also. Okay, so by weaknesses, I mean that the part which we discussed till now is the pro part of internet. Now let's discuss the negative effect of internet. So as you can see, this cyber live threat map will tell you that from where these threats are being generated, and recent daily attacks are there. Okay, so these attacks, you can see in the mark, they are marked, and then number you can see. So all in all, this particular screenshot needs to tell you, I want to tell you that content protection violation is being, you know, it, these threats are happening every now and then. Okay, so various malwares are prevalent every now and then. And on this particular day, this one day, this much attacks happened on this single day. Okay, that include not only one continent or one country, it includes the entire globe. Okay, so we must be very vigilant, not on technical grounds, but on, vigilant we need to be. Okay, if we talk about India, then you can see that recently per million, these are for per million. If it is a green, that it is like 0 to 8 cases. If it is light green, 9 to 13 cases. Orange is for 14 to 32 cases, and red are the maximum cases which are, lodged for cybercrime. Okay, and the maximum rate as shown as per survey in 2020 is in UP. Okay, and this cybercrime registered is increased by 11.8% in comparison to 2019. These are a bit old version of facts and figures, but still it is very remarkable. Hmm? So when we talk about all these pros and cons of cyber world, you can say, or internet, you can say, so we need to know that what actually a basic requirement of the same. Okay. When we say that we want to know the address in the real world, that means they are trying to know your address, or basically your residential address or your office address, maybe, or maybe your longitude and latitude GPS address, your live location. Okay. But when we talk about address in the cyber world, then we mean that what will be your IP. Okay, so this IP looks like this. We must have a basic knowledge about this. Whenever we are trying to access any website on internet, right, you can check its IP, like from where that particular website on which we are trying to make any kind of transaction or any kind of information we are trying to, update our information, or whatever we want to download, where that particular IP belongs to, what is the location. For that, you need to check it on IP info. Okay, once you go to https.ipinfo.io, here you can check the IP of any website you want to visit. Okay, even whois.com will tell you the IP details. Why I'm telling you to check about IP details, because once you will get to know that what area your information is being going to, or your information which you are gathering is coming from, it will be more safer for you, right? So, in the similar way, like in our real time, when we say like our houses need protection, the address which we are looking for, or the location where we are residing presently, we need to put locks, right? whenever we leave our house, or we need to automate our house so that with some CCTV cameras or some other security solutions. Similarly, in cyber world also we need to have few locks, okay, and those locks are your username and passwords, okay, your captchas, your OTPs. All these are important in cyber world. So when we talk about password security, then we all know that passwords are very important. And if these passwords goes to the wrong hand, what will happen? We all know. Okay, anyone and everyone can misuse our data or our information. So password security is a must. So how do we, do cyber hygiene for the safety of password, for the security of password? There are few tips for it. Tip number one is you should avoid giving same password to different accounts. See, we all are having various social media accounts as well as various email IDs. I hope almost all of us are having more than one mail IDs. Okay. So the moral of like this tip is, like, if we are using same password for each and every account, it would be easier for the hacker to just crack one password and all of them would be similar or maybe exactly same. So that will lead to our loss only. Okay, so you'll assume if your Facebook account's password is guessed by hacker, then that means your and you are having same account password for all your accounts, then that means that that attacker or that hacker need not to work hard for other accounts. He will easily be able to crack your other passwords also, because the one password you are having, it's visible to all of those, right? So that is why it is always told to have different passwords for different accounts. Okay, then further you need to change that password also on regular basis. Okay, it should be 12 character long, and it should not be like only words we are using, alphabets we are using. We should also use upper uh, case letters, lower case letters, along with symbols, special characters, and numbers. Okay, so alphanumeric numbers are to be used. Okay, along with that, we are used to using some passwords which are having our birth date or some number which is in the sequence form, like 123 or 111. So it should not be like that. It needs to be avoided. So if you are like a few people cannot remember even small uh, words, you can say, or even passwords, so they are into habit of writing it. So this is a wrong practice. Okay, you need not you should not write any password or share it with others, because it can lead to your own loss. Okay, so for increasing the password security, there are various factors like multi-factor authentication. Here and along with username and password, some maybe some fingerprint or some OTP, which will be there in your mobile phone, will come, and you will have to share that, only then you can get logged in. So this is called multi-factor authentication. It is basically done in majorly in the banking apps or the for financial transactions. Okay, so as to make it more secure. So all in all, password is the main and the very important information that you're carrying, okay, for your online accounts. So you need to make strong and smart passwords, and those passwords should not be weak. It should be 12 character longs. It should be amalgamation of capital, small, and numbers, and capital and small letters, as well as special characters and numbers. Okay, it should be regularly changed or updated. You should not share it with someone, and even you should there is one more option. If you can't recall, or if you can't remember all your password, you can go for some passphrase. The passphrase is like, you can go for any passphrase like this one. Never judge a book by its cover. Okay, so from here I derived one password where N is small and letter. So my password would be N J, just the initials of each and every letter. Here A is you know uh, written as at the rate. Okay, then six, then this one also six because it resembles like B. Okay, then I twisted it and upside down and come exclamation, and C for cover is capital. So in this way, it would be easier for you to write and remember as well. Okay, so you can use these passphrase to make passwords. So basically, hackers use various techniques to capture your password, or to crack your password. They can either do shoulder surfing, like they can peep while you are entering your password, or if you have written it on a paper, they can take that paper, or from hard disk they can steal it, or they can even use some high level or advanced algorithms like brute force attacks, wherein using permutation and combination algorithms, these algorithms are there, they guess it, or they give you the required answer. Okay, this is the password. Okay, then there can be a dictionary attack wherein the entire vocabulary present in the dictionary, all the words are used one by one in order to guess your password. So this is called dictionary attack. So do not write it on paper, and do not give your password on phone or via email. Okay, so here are few tips to protect your password. Okay, you need to put passwords are like socks, change them regularly, number one. Okay, so be aware of shoulder sufferers at public place while you are entering your password in the login account. Okay, you can use passphrase uh, in order to remember password, and never use remember password. You need to say no to remember password. If it is a browser functionality is being used, then that is again a dangerous thing for you. Okay, you need to memorize it. Then you need to put different passwords for different accounts. Okay, all the locks needs to be different. Okay, and it should be more complex so that brute force, like advanced guessing functionalities, cannot even guess it. Okay, never use your password with others, never share it with others, never use dictionary words for passwords, and never write your password on paper. So here are few tips of password protection. Further, if we talk about social engineering, cyber social engineering related cybercrime, which is happening herein, these are the various methods wherein first one is dumpster diving. Okay, you might have heard all their name. I'm going to tell you about this, not in detail, but just introduction to all of these, and we'll give example of all of these, demonstration of all of these, that how it happens. Okay, so the first one is dumpster diving. Dumpster diving means, dumpster means a dustbin. Okay, so whenever, like for example, I go to ATM and I accessed my ATM account, my bank account from ATM, and I checked my my account details, my let's say balance inquiry I did, and I got a printout of the same from the receipt. Okay, I just saw it, and I then crushed that paper and put it into the bin that was lying there. Now, what an attacker will do, he will pick that particular thing up in order to have some or certain kind of information. It may either reveal my account balance, okay, or some XYZ numbers, okay, of maybe my account number. Let's say if he is able to have the initial account digits of my account number, then half of his work is done. Okay, then he has to guess only those XXXX. That is four alphabets he need to check, find out. So in this way, these attackers go for dumpster diving. This was just one example which I gave you, the very basic one. Others can be any, maybe they are like chasing you online. They are going to check you for your interest, area of interest, for let it be they are looking for your transactions which you are making online. Okay, so all these things comes under dumpster diving, wherein attacker dive into the dustbin to check your information. Okay, And further, we have shoulder surfing. This we have already discussed that while you are entering your password, somebody is peeping like what you are entering. So this can be dangerous. The next one is baiting. Baiting is like here we are like fishes. Okay, so somebody give us this money that come, you will get this money, and a whole lot of us will gather there that okay, something is, someone is giving 500 note for free for nothing. So we will gather all huge whole lot of people will gather over there. So this is called baiting. Okay, similarly, some gifts or some you can say free gifts are given to lure people so that they gather their visitors or in order to gather attention. Okay, similarly, if we talk about wishing, then wishing is whenever this kind of phishing occurs on voice, over voice, you can say somebody calls you up that okay, you have won this much of money as a bumper prize and you need to give your details, and you share your details with them over phone. So this is called voice over phishing. Okay, so similarly there is phishing. Phishing is what, like via email somebody is giving you again they are baiting you for some free gift and you need to give your information regarding that. So this is again phishing. Okay, similarly, whaling is there. So you see, these all are social engineering methods of attacking layman. Okay, but if we are not aware of all these things, we will get into the trap for the same. So here in this, you can see the example. Here is a pop-up window that shows that you need to download something for free. Okay, the moment I like click on this download, I got a malware which was installed in my system, and I even get do not get to know that what is happening at the back end. Okay. Similarly, for phishing, this message came to me for you can have loan of this much amount. You need to pay this much only in 12 months. And I was like pretty much interested into loans. He might have done some dumpster diving. Okay, he might be knowing that I am interested in having loans, so he gave me this you can say offer of very less percentage of repayment or EMI. Okay, so in this way you can be captivated by these attackers. And how can I judge my that whether it is some original or some genuine advertisement or some attacker's deed? I'll have to check all these details like who is the sender. Here you can see AI credit 20. In this way, no uh, hacker, no genuine person can message in this way. It must be an attacker only. Like one such fraud alert is there in Amazon International Women's Day 2020 was giveaway message. It was a fake message, okay? This was a recent news in which was circulated in social media app that this is a fake one. Okay. So you need to be very vigilant. It looks like similar to the original one, to the genuine one, but this is the alert. It's a fraud. Okay, so basically, modulus operandi is like once you get a mail, in that mail you also have a link, and when once you click that link, you will definitely be either downloading something or you will be switching to some other suspicious site. Okay, once you land up on that particular site, they will be giving you some free gifts in order to lure you. Okay, once you want that particular free gift, they will ask you information or they will ask you for some form to register yourself to claim that gift, and maybe to download something also, to download that particular software and then update that information. And the moment you download that particular file or software, it may carry some malware, okay, some virus or some cyber fraud can be there. So never get into such emails or such, baiting processes. So here is few advisory tips regarding all this to safeguard yourself on social engineering methods. Never believe in free gifts. Okay, there is no such term named as free in today's scenario. So even in festivals occasion, we see that you got free gifts. So this is actually a bait for fraudsters and cyber criminals. Then never share your personal details, like financial details or some login details. Never. Do not share it with anyone. Always use antivirus. Okay, antivirus software is a must. If you can go for anti-malware, that is also a good thing. Okay, keep yourself updated regarding cyber frauds and crimes. Never ever forward fake messages or links, or even never click any link present in SMS. Okay, never go for unknown links or never download anything unauthorized. Never ever respond to any fake calls or fake offers, or block that number straight away rather than attending those calls. Okay, only visit authorized sites, even download softwares from the authorized sites only. Okay, so these are few tips regarding or advisories regarding social engineering. Then further, phishing, when we talked about phishing, I hope it is clear to all of you. Again, it is being repeated that there is some email sent to the criminals to trick you for fake website. It appears like it is real, but it is not real. Okay, the moment you get a mail that is having some, you can say, malware in it. Okay, you open it and you download that particular fake, you can say, fake document. Okay, once it get downloaded, then along with that particular file, some rat also come in. Now what is this rat? You can well imagine, like, whenever we go to some market or something, then we buy some carton, let's say we pack it in something, some big box, and that big box include important things which we bought. Along with that, a rat was there. And once we get into our home and we unpacked that box to take out the important things which we bought, along with that, rat also pops out and go here and there in our home and destroying many a things. Similarly, in these messages also, a rat is there. Here, rat means remote access Trojan, which is the virus. Okay, so this DLL file of rat gets injected into this, it gets installed in our system. Okay, so whenever this rat is installed in our system, then that can be accessed directly by the attacker, because it will provide remote access to the attacker. Okay, now whatever you can do, you will give all the control of your system, of your computer, of your device to the attacker. So this is how spear phishing occurs. Now, what is the difference between phishing and spear phishing? Like, spear phishing message is mainly given to the one who is targeted one. Okay, so it is like you are doing phishing with the help of spear. Okay, and if you talk about normal phishing, then that is like it is sent to multiple users at a time. So those who get trapped into phishing, they are like just like normal phishing. Okay, so this is the difference between phishing and spear phishing. Like in this, as an example of phishing, wherein one mail is sent, and this mail says that we are unable to deliver this parcel to your address. Okay, due to wrong address provided. Okay, so I will say, okay, I have not ordered anything, and but okay, if I can go to some nearest place and see, show the receipt, and it will be fine. And here it is also written that click on the attachment to download and print the receipt. So I'll get receipt also here. Okay, and I'll go and fetch that. So again, we will fall in the trap of this particular email. Okay, so how will you differentiate that whether this particular mail is sent by some authenticated user, or it is again a phishing attack? So if you see it very carefully, like it is being sent to me, okay, by DHL cargo delivery. Okay, DHL Express Cargo, this is the name. But can you see the mail ID from which it is coming? It is info at the rate shaeelfer.com. So this shows that it belongs to somebody else. Okay, otherwise it would be like dhl.com or something like that. Okay, so that means it look like as if DHL has sent, but it is not. I can see, I can differentiate it from here. Okay, so you need to be very vigilant regarding confirmation of information. Okay, now if, for example, you download that particular receipt and in instead of getting message that your that file is downloaded successfully, you get this box. Usually we ignore this kind of box, whatever it is there. Okay, we ignore it, but just give a careful notice to this. Here it is written access denied, requested web address cannot be provided. Okay, and here the object is infected by UDS Trojan. So from here I can guess that okay, there was a Trojan, there was a rat in it. Okay, so you need not to download anything from some unknown mails. Okay, another example of phishing email is like this mail. Now here it, whenever this mail reaches me, it's like from income tax department, very important mail it looks like. And more importantly, it is written that a refund of sum of this much amount is will be given to me, it will be paid to me. So I being curious that okay, there was no refund which was you know uh, to be paid by government to me. So even if I'm getting 36,000 like amount, it's a big number. So why not to get it for free? Okay, so I'll get into, I'll submit the request and click here. And the moment I click here, maybe some malware is downloaded, or maybe I'm giving access to my system to the attacker. Okay, that even I don't know what is going to happen behind this link. So how I will, differentiate between a required mail, an authenticated mail, and attacker's mail? I'll have to check like here. Here you can see. Okay, it's from www.mysilo.it, and here you can see. So income tax department, the people from ITR are never going to send me mail or link through this, or fetch information through this kind of, you know, URL. It is definitely the task of some attacker only. Okay. Further here again a message from ITR. Okay, they are also telling me that this much fund you will get. You click here for a request. Now this is a message again. Okay, similar kind of thing. Now here, now this particular website, you will see and you'll say for sure this is income tax department website only. Okay, but in reality, you can see over here, it is elcru.co. So this is not income tax department website. This is a website which is made just like ITR website. Okay, so this is why I am repeating again and again. You need to be very vigilant. Okay. So here, if some layman comes and he is not aware, he has not focused on, he has not observed this URL, he will just click his, select his bank and do any kind of, transaction over here. Okay. But he will not come to know that, okay, this particular transaction which I'm doing, I'm not doing it for income tax department, I'm doing it for this particular fake website. Okay. So this is how you need to be very vigilant. You need to take care of everything uh, without any, you know, confusion. Okay. Like here, now, how will you recognize that this is a fake website or an original website? Like ITR will always send you email, or their website would be like this, okay, with this extension .gov.in and a valid name also. Not only this HTTP, now they provide HTTPS over here. Okay, not like this. This is a fake website. Here it shows this number, this IP address. No government website give IP address. Giving up an IP address definitely means that this is a fake website address. Okay. Similarly, a wishing and a smishing example, like this is an example of a wishing, a smishing, that is SMS is found. An SMS is there which says that you will be getting 86% flat clearance sale. They are baiting us. Okay. They're giving us huge offer on Rolex Rado flat 86% off on these watches. And they have also given me this link. Moment I click this small short URL or tiny URL, definitely I will land up somewhere. So before getting, before adding up there, before landing up there, you need to first verify that whether it is, originally this Rolex Rado watches are for 86% or not. Okay. So you need to check it first. Only then you will have to land up to this unknown message. Okay. Now, how will you check it? You will check it in urlvoid.com. Okay. So this URL, you need to copy it from here, just paste it over here. You will see bit.ly. This particular website address is uh, this is the IP address. And then this is the reverse DNS. This is the server location. So you will get a list, check a status that whether it is a blacklist status or not. So it is 2 out of 34. It is a blacklist status. Okay. So similarly for API void also, on this particular website also you can check its reputation. Okay. So you need to check that whether what reviews says. Okay. As per the reviews, you need to take decision very smartly after doing every kind and any kind of investigation. Only then you click on that particular link. Similarly, another example of smishing, again in COVID-19, many messages, we found many messages, okay, that, okay, this Apple phone is given free of cost to you. The smartphone is free of cost. You are getting it in your home to spend time. Okay. So the moment I click this particular link, I will be definitely landing up to download something. In the moment I download it, it can be virus. Okay, so be cautious. Similarly, this is another message, another example, which is giving me business loan yojana of this much amount. I need to click this. Okay. Or even this one, new scam, payment receive or 3500 ATM. To download and register, just click this. So again, another kind of scam. Okay, so tips for the same is we need not click direct links on emails or messages or phone, nowhere. Okay, do not entertain any phone request asking for personal or financial details. You need not to share any kind of information with them. You avoid sharing information on social media like your location, your phone number, your mail ID, and think before you share. And even if do not panic if something happens, like your system gets slow or you start receiving mails and phone calls for your personal details, just don't panic. Okay. You need to be very vigilant about phone application security as well. You need to download only from official stores, that is official stores for downloading application, which is your Play Store for Android and App Store from iOS, that is from Apple Store. Okay. Then reset your phone also from time to time. If there is some malware which is installed on your system without any knowledge of yours, it will get removed. Okay. Then first make sure that you are reviewing and managing the permission before you are downloading. Okay, you should check all the terms and condition. Then uninstalled all the apps which are no longer in use. Okay, avoid unnecessary clicks, and always put some antivirus or anti-spyware so that your mobile phone and all your applications become safe. You need to first do good research on your app, like who are like checking all the reviews, like who are using already, that whether this is a good application or not. Okay, you need to check spellings also, because sometimes what happens is, like in case of, like for example, there is a website named facebook.com, maybe it is written fakebook.com, if where K is replaced uh, from C, it becomes K, then we say fakebook.com, and we are just checking the logo, and we are just clicking get blindly. Okay, that also can lead you up, it can land you up in the malicious website. Okay, then whenever they promise about some kind of discount or something free or free download, never go for it. Okay, it is always having viruses. Avoid installing apps by clicking on links and emails and social media. Okay, that can be dangerous for you. Look at the published date. Like fake web apps will be recent ones, and the previous original authenticated web apps will be having the dates which are very old. So here you can see in financial year 2021, near 229 banking frauds are occurring per day. Okay, that is like less than 1% amount is recovered, and more than that, cases of banking frauds are increasing, and it is evolving day by day. So far, we have some numbers which we have configured, which we have recovered, but the rest of them are still under recovery. So we should be aware of these banking frauds, and why these banking frauds occur, because of our negligence only. These small tips which I am telling you, let it be in section of social media or in section of a normal password security or any kind of financial transaction. Okay, you need to be very careful while doing so. Now, not even not only on internet, but ATM frauds are also prevalent these days. Some skimming devices are there. Okay, devices which are skimming devices or skim devices. We mean like these are the add-on devices. Okay, which are added to the ATM by the attackers. We do not get to know about this because of lack of awareness on the ATM machine. They install it, they mount it, and we do not even get to know. Now here you can see a picture of an ATM which look very regular picture. Okay, very normal ATM is there. Okay, this machine is a working condition, but what can be there, let's see. So, skimming device can be there. How will it look like? I'll tell you. Can you tell that this machine has a skimming device or not? It looks like a regular machine. Now, what happens? What is the difference? Just tell me. Here we are having, like, in the screen there is some other screen, and here we do not find any screen. Another difference is, like, here there is something which is green in color over here. Some light is appearing, but here we do not have. Okay, so let's differentiate. Spot the difference in the photo. One is here. The top photo shows unadulterated ATM fuchsia. That is the flashing lead. Okay, so this is a good one. And the next one is the badder one. Now, skim devices is placed on this top of the card reader. Now, whatever information is like we enter our ATM card over here, some debit card over here to make some transaction, this will make a copy of it, this particular device. Okay. So no flashing lead through light can be seen. So this will take the shape of the bezel, which is clearly different. Now here nothing is different. Okay. Now, what will happen here on the place where ATM is there, ATM is inserted, it is a skimming device over here. Okay, it look like this. Moreover, a spot is there, which is a capturing device, which is kept over here. Okay, so if you see it closely, you need to check it closely that few devices are installed on it. That gives you a pinhole camera which will see that what pin number you are entering. how it works, it duplicates the card by reading the card device, which is existing one. Okay. Secondly, this camera will take care of the what pin number you enter. Okay. Now he fetched information in the form of software. Okay. Your information is tracked, or you can say copied from this card, and whatever pin number you were entering is captured by this camera, which is connected to this laptop at the back side. He will remove this device and attach it to the laptop and download the card details and make transaction, and you will not get to know about this. So these kind of skim devices are there that will work for attacker. Not only this skimming device, but here you can see keypad also, which is skimmed. A regular, you can say this card holder look like this, and this one is the skimmed one, which is having an add-on onto it. It is just mounted on the normal regular card holder, and this is the card skimmer. Okay. Here you have a small pin pad camera over here. You can even not recognize that what is there. Okay. And custom fit card skimmer is here. So you see, if we talk about our card, then it's having three tracks of magnetic strip, which is having information like track one is having card number, holder name, expiration date, then card number, expiration date on track 2, and on track 3 occasionally used for loyalty program. So you see on this magnetic tip strip, all your information is stored, which can be taken, stolen by attacker who is using skim devices maybe, and he can steal your information. Okay, so always hide your PIN number whenever you are entering. Just hide it so that if there is some camera who is keeping eye on your entry of PIN number, cannot see you, or partially you can, you know, keep hold on it. Okay, so watch your credit card. You need to check whether once you swipe it, what message occurs, if there some skim device added to it or not. You need to check on your credit card statements from time to time. Usually what we do, we just keep on swiping and swiping, and later on we don't even remember that when we swipe. Each and every time you swipe it, just keep a check on it. Okay. Apart from that, you also need to check that whenever you are making any kind of financial transaction, you are doing it on HTTPS. Okay, so this is secure version of HTTP. Earlier we were using HTTP devices, HTTP protocol. Uh, that always give you can say that always make communication which was insecure one, but once you will use the secure version of HTTP, this means that you are having a digital certificate, and you are checking this padlock symbol also, the symbol of this lock. Okay, so it will assure you that you are safe from any kind of attack. Okay, so how to safeguard yourself from these kind of financial frauds? You need to be very careful against phishing scams. You need to check for secure payment with HTTPS or padlock symbol. Okay. Never share your OTP or PIN number with anyone. Never do transaction while you are on call. Sometimes we haphazardly we make transactions. Like for example, if we are traveling somewhere and we got to get into the taxi, and while making some kind of transaction to that taxi person, we were occupied with our luggage also, and everything was there, so we just did it in a in a flow, in a quick manner. Never do that. Okay, do not pick and fill up any kind of short links or from the buyer or seller or anyone. Never go for the QR codes also, which are there unnecessarily, because you may never know your money is getting debited from your account, okay, automatically without your concern. Even do not fill Google Forms provided by the buyer or seller. And because bankers never ask for any advance fee, so be careful whenever you are processing some loan application or some kind of deduction is done from the loan amount. So as I told you, need to check the padlock or you need to check the HTTPS. It should be HTTPS. Now, what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? It's like when you use HTTP, your password will be seen by the third person over the network who is sitting, like what password you are filling. So hacker can see what password you are entering. Okay, because if you use HTTP, it will not be encrypted. Your password will go without encryption. But if you use HTTPS, then this password XYZ123 will get encrypted, and even a user, even hacker cannot guess what your password is. Okay. Similarly, how cyber crimes steal online. So cyber world, they, if we are adding to our knowledge, we are getting advanced technically, then attackers are also getting advanced technically. They are also well equipped with all the algorithms and all the tips and tricks. Okay. So whenever any phone call comes to you, okay, here, and they are asking you to give your OTP, never do so. Okay, so he can be some cyber criminal who is asking you for OTP, never do so. Do not share any kind of information, any OTP or any kind of account details over on phone. Do not share it with OTP with anyone. Okay, never share your debit card details with anyone. Do not click any link. Okay, I'm repeating this again and again, that do not click any link. Do not scan any unknown QR card. Do not send money to any person you do not know. Okay, so not only this, UPI service or providers or online wallets or banks also tell you these kind of tips again and again. Paytm, Google Pay, and other UPI applications will never ask you for OTP. Okay, so never ever go for any kind of OTP sharing with your an unknown person or with anyone, I would suggest. They will never call to update KYC. Now it is always like kindly update your KYC, kindly update your KYC, but bankers will never call to update your KYC. Okay, so just it is a method or a way opted by the attacker under the name of bankers. They ask you for your username, your password, and other details, and they will capture all your information. So this is another example of phishing, wherein uh, an attacker is calling, a fraudster is calling for Aadhaar and KYC number, link, UPI, for convincing him to share his OTP. Okay, so once he share his OTP and link, now what is this attacker will do? He will get access to the UPI wallet and he will link it to the victim's bank, and the fraud sets mobile pin. That is also he's knowing, and he will also be there. So victim duped money in his bank account until he gets his account blocked. So even if we say that, okay, I will no close my bank transactions, but by then this attacker would have already, you know, cleaned your account. There would be no money. So here are few safety tips regarding UPI. Check the name of the payee before initiating the transaction. Okay, you need to know the difference between sending and receiving using API apps. You need to remember that you will have to share your PIN to receive money via UPI, and pay attention and careful examine all the messages through all communication channels from your bank. Okay, so these are few tips which will help you safeguard it. And those are, there is no need to enter UPI pin while receiving the amount. Okay, you will enter the pin only when it is going for transfer. Never click a link which who that you have received in the email or some fraudster's message. Okay, download UPI apps from official stores only. That is, I told you about Google Play Store and App Store, only that. Never go for UPI apps which are away from other from these two platforms. Okay. Then avoid clicking unknown links. This is one of the important thing which is, followed in suspicious SMS, or you can say smishing. We need to avoid unknown clicks. Then further, never share your UPI and PIN with anyone. Okay, this we have already discussed that we need not to share our OTP with anyone or a PIN number even with anyone. When we talk about QR code frauds, so it's like few tricks which are used by the fraudsters. It's like QR code is used for payment of goods and your purchased things. Okay, online. So once you start to scan that card, you will remember the receiving money you never give to your PIN. Okay, never share your QR card with anyone. It contains all your bank account information, which is very important to you. So if you are victim, you first need to check. You first need to contact your bank, which whatever is the nearest branch. Okay, file a complaint to the cybercrime or a report online. Okay, otherwise you need to contact the UPI service provider to keep them informed as well. Okay, then after that, once you inform him, then you need to keep evidence of all those things. So this is how you can safeguard yourself from smishing and phishing and wishing. Okay, then further we have fraud through the cashback offers. These are very much prevalent these days. You get cashback. Now, what this cashback is like, your alert is like here, okay, wherein short URL is there who is asking you to have an very attractive cashback offer, okay, or you might get a payment of 2000 rupees or something like that. And once you did it, they will ask you to first pay and then you will receive it. And in this payment and receipt, you will find that instead of receiving money, you have lost his or her money, maybe by using PIN number or by using request number or by entering MPIN number or UPI number. You have lost that. Okay, so never get into this fake cashback offers. Okay, then further, if we talk about this interest, wherein no verification is done on the repayment history. Okay, so financial frauds have, you need to avoid open Wi-Fi for making any kind of payments. Okay, so use your own internet or your own uh, this internet access for making any kind of payments. Watch your payments, your transaction log properly. Okay, block the your SIM card if it is being misused or stolen or lost. Okay, dispose of your payment receipts and bank statements properly. Then refrain by clicking suspicious links received from SMS or emails. It can be some phishing or spear phishing. Never hand over your phone to the stranger, any kind of device to the stranger. Disclose your bank details only in secure payment website, not on each and every payment secure web on the website. And use strong passwords for that. Your PIN number should be very strong. Always verify and install authenticated e-wallet apps. So these are few tips which are told to you again and again. So these are basically for your safety only, for your security only. You need to be very careful about suspicious looking pop-ups. Okay. You need to be very careful while browsing because this can be malware infestation. Okay. Never share any kind of information, let it be checkbooks or bank statements or KYC document over internet to anyone. Okay. Never go for HTTP, always go for HTTPS. Fine. Always keep your PIN number with you, never share it with anyone. Never attempt to share your information or your details with anyone. Go for HTTPS. Okay, again, never click any link which is present there and you do not know the sender. Okay, enable two-factor authentication that will increase your security over internet. And finally, last but not least, never respond to email or messages or phone calls that are asking you for your personal information or OTP or passwords or any kind of high security password. Okay, so these were all tips from my side. So today we discussed about financial security, okay, mobile security, then your password security, and many other tips were discussed. Hope this session is full of information for you. If you have got any kind of query, you can kindly ask me. Okay, my mail ID is currently at the rate cdac.in. You can also write it in the chat area. I will answer that. Thank you. Any queries, please?